Hey guys, on this episode I'm going to be teaching you 7th chords on the guitar. It's all in this episode of Everything 101. Let's get to it. Hey guys, welcome back to Everything 101. I'm going to be teaching you 7th chords on the guitar today. Probably won't go over all of the 7th chords, but I'm going to cover the majority and get you a good foundation of what 7th chords are. Now, first of all, just in layman's terms, without getting into the theory and all that, 7th chords have a bluesy sound to them, like so that's the 7th chord. Now, just to distinguish the difference, there are 7th chords and then there are also major 7th chords, major 7 chords. These are two different kinds of chords with two distinctly different sounds, okay? So I'll teach you what major 7th chords are later in a future episode very soon, but right now let's get 7th chords down, the bluesy kind of sound. I want to show you how to do those with each one of the chords that you've learned already. All right, now, if we are playing an A chord, and we have it like this, with our 3 fingers in place, not like this, not the bar formation, 3 fingers in place, all I have to do is drop out my first finger, and now I've got it, an A7, A7, okay? So that's how you do an A7th chord. So that'll get you started with one. Really quick, I want to just tell you what a 7th chord is. If you were to draw out an A scale, we learned scale patterns in a recent lesson, and if you were to draw out the A scale, all right, the 7th note of the scale would be a G sharp, okay? And if I flat that G sharp, one note, 1/2 step, that's going to give me the note that I need for the 7th chord, okay? Major 7 chords are going to use the 7th note of the scale without flatting it, but 7th chords, we're going to flat that 7th note 1/2 step, 1 fret, okay? So in an A chord, that's a G sharp. We're going to flat it to a G, so we need a G. So if I'm playing an A chord, and my middle finger right now is playing an A on the G string 2nd fret, so it's an A. So when I drop out my first finger, I now have that G that I need in there in between. I now have that G there, so I'm getting that. Okay? Okay, so that's an A7th chord. So I'm going to walk through the whole alphabet with you. Now a B7th chord, and it's a little bit more involved, but we can get it. So if I take a B7 chord, I'm going to do like this. I'm going to put my 2nd finger way up here on that B note, 2nd string from the lowest sounding string up, the A string. 2nd fret, my 2nd finger's on the 2nd fret. Now, put your 3rd finger on the 2nd fret also, but 2 strings down, okay? 2 strings down under it. So you're going to have your finger on the G string, and it's going to be on the 2nd fret, which is an A note. Okay, now I'm going to put my first finger in between them on the 1st fret on the string in between, which would be the D string. Okay, now once I've got that little triangle formation, now you might be, well, if you know something about guitar and you know the D7 chord, this is like a D7 moved up, but may not have that chord down yet. Then I'm going to take my pinky and put it way down here on the F sharp, right here, 2nd fret, down on a high sounding E string. Okay, so now I have this formation like this. And I strum it. Okay, and I don't really want to strum this low sounding E string. Okay, so that's a B7. Let's move to the C7. Play a normal C chord like this. And all we have to do is throw in that 7th note flatted, which is a B flat. So the easiest thing to do is take my pinky and go right here on the G string, the third one from the bottom, and I'm going to go on the 3rd fret. Now that's the closest, easiest B flat to throw in there. Okay. Now D7. Let's go to D7 chord. I'm playing a D chord like this. I want to get this note down here because the 7th note flat of a D scale is a C, natural. So I want to get this note down to here, but I can't do that I can't get my finger way back there. So the easiest thing to do is to flip my fingers around. So I'm going to leave these 2 notes right here, but I'm going to play them with my 2nd and 3rd fingers instead. 2nd and 3rd like this. Now that frees up my 1st finger, and I can put it right there on that C note. So now I have the same triangle formation, just backwards. I was like this, now I'm like this. So I go from this to this. And I can play the last 5 strings. Okay? E7 chord is very easy to make. We make a normal E chord, and all we're going to do is just simply drop out our 3rd finger. That's it. Because if we drew out an E scale, the 7th note would be a D sharp, and so we're going to flat it down to a D. We need a D in there, so if we take our finger off, now we have that open D right there in between these 2 fingers. So, okay. Now, I'm going to teach you a form for F7 that is going to be a challenge. But we need a good challenge, right? We need a good challenge every once in a while. So play a normal F chord. I'm going to take my pinky and I'm going to go up here to the E flat. Okay, so you're going to have to kind of put your hand down like this. You're going to have to pull your thumb down, stretch your hands out a little bit. So you play the F and put down that E flat right there, right up there. And you're going to get this. Okay, that's a little bit tough to do, but you can do it. All right, now let's talk about the G7. So for the G7 chord, we have a G like this. And here's the G. The 7th note of a G scale is F sharp. We flat it 1/2 step, down 1 fret, and that's an F natural, right? So we want to get this F in there. But again, we're playing like this. We can't go like this. So you probably know what I'm going to say. We're going to flip our fingers around a little bit. So we're going to leave these 2 notes here, but we're going to play them with the 2nd and 3rd fingers instead, freeing up our 1st finger, putting it down there on the 1st fret. And that gives us all of the alphabet 7th chords. All right, now you might be asking, what about those in between? You know, B flat, A flat, G flat, all that sort of thing. We can get those through a bar formation. Or we can do the same formation that we did with the F7. We can take this formation and go up like this to an F sharp 7. I can go up here to an A flat 7 or a G sharp 7. Either one. I can do that formation. I can also do a bar formation. So if I'm playing an A bar chord, I can simply take my pinky down here and catch it there. So really what I'm doing is if I've got the A bar chord, I'm taking my pinky up, it's currently on the 7th fret, I'm taking it up to the 8th fret, down here to the B string, the 2nd string from the bottom. So this is what I get. So you're ready to play some jazz now, some blues, all right? And that's how we get those in-between chords. So guys, work on those. Try to throw those 7ths in and keep on practicing. I'll see you on the next episode of Everything 101. See you soon.